Hi, Maria here. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to share with you 4 kind of hyped up fragrances that I've never talked about, and I want to share my thoughts about them, tell you whether I think they're worth it or not. Yay! I'm so excited! Before I get started, if you haven't subscribed, just go ahead and hit that button. Join the Weird and Wonderful family. It would be amazing to have you part of the community. If you already are a part of the community, thank you so much. You are amazing, and let's get started. So this week I tried on a bunch of fragrances, but I wanted to just focus mainly on 4 that I tried that I had literally never tried before on skin, wore them, saw how they wore, how they performed, what my thoughts are, and whether I would purchase them or not. So the first one I want to talk about, I actually have 2 from Sol de Janeiro, and the first one is Bikini Season. Now I was really excited about this one because it has guava in it. So I love juicy kind of mango / guava / pineapple. My mouth is watering. Any sort of fragrance like that in the summer, I love it. I just find them so happy and jubilant and just wonderful. So I wanted to try out all the new ones that Sol de Janeiro has released. That was the only one that I could see. Plus I only had so much body real estate to try it on. So I gave that one a try. I'm just going to tell you the notes. So it has coconut and guava in the opening. The heart has lemon, orris, and orchid. And then the base is musk and vanilla. So what I primarily got was that beautiful burst of guava with a little bit of coconut in it. Didn't notice a whole lot of orchid or orris, so I didn't notice any smoothness. There's definitely vanilla in there. I definitely got a little bit of muskiness near the dry down, but primarily what you're getting is that juicy guava. Likely the lemon helps kind of brighten that up. So overall, uber mouth-watering and delicious, especially in that opening. Now, as this dries down, like I said, you get a little bit more of that musky vanilla. The guava, it's still very present, so you still get a lot of that juiciness, makes your mouth water a little bit. That kind of stays throughout the whole entire wear of the spray. So delicious, invigorating, juicy, amazingness. But it doesn't last. It does not last. So I was anticipating, because I hear about these sprays all the time about how fantastic the longevity is. It wasn't great. Like, I got about 2 hours out of it, and then I could barely smell it on my hand. So to me, for the price point in Canada, for a small bottle, it's $31. I don't think it's worth it. I think you can get something at Bath & Body Works that's just as delicious, just as mouth-watering, that lasts about the same amount of time. So really, if you love it, like, of course you can respray. I loved it, but not for that price point. So I'm looking for, you know, when I spend money, no matter how much money it is, I want a little bit of longevity. So I want at least 3 hours. When it's becoming a skin scent by about 1.5, I really struggle. Projected for about 1, so I could smell it, smelled delicious for about 1 hour, and then it was more of a skin scent, and then it entirely disappeared. So definitely the longevity is lacking on this one. Is it worth it to me? Like, it's juicy, it's delicious, but it's not worth the price point. So it's 31 bucks. For really a poor longevity spray. So if I'm looking at a body mist, I want it to last for that price longer than it did. So there's lots of Bath & Body Works ones that I have that I really enjoy, that are a lot, you know, that last about the same amount of time, that are mouth-watering, and on the like semi-annual sale, you can get them for $4.95. So, and even full price, they're $14.95 Canadian. So if it can't compete in longevity with that price point, then I really struggle to want to purchase it myself. So although I really enjoyed the guava, I really enjoyed that little hint of coconut. It was mainly guava though. So I wouldn't consider it a coconut feel fragrance, but it was juicy, it was jubilant, it was amazing. The longevity made it a no for me. The next fragrance that I tried by Sol de Janeiro was the Brazilian Crush CHERIOSA 62. So this is the traditional, I think it's the OG, the first one that they came out with. Smells like the Boom Boom Cream, I believe anyway, and it's the pistachio and salted caramel. Those are kind of the two notes in it. And for whatever reason, I had never tried that on skin. Honestly, I haven't really tried any of them. So I have smelled them, but never tried them on the skin. I didn't think I'd like this one. So to me, being a salted caramel pistachio, didn't think I'd really be into it. It sounded too warm for the summer, but I really, really enjoyed it. So the top notes in this one are pistachio and almond. In the heart, you have heliotrope and jasmine, and then the base, you get caramel, vanilla, salt, and sandalwood. Being the bikini one, like the guava one, was such poor longevity, I thought, they're all just going to be like this and I'm not going to really like it. I loved this one. This is one I actually want to purchase. So the pistachio was just delicious. The caramel, a little bit of that salt, just a tiny hint. This is delicious. Like, it's absolutely delicious. And the longevity on it was fantastic. So I smelt it for at least 4 hours, if not 5. So for $31, again, like, I think you can buy a larger one for more, but the regular size, $31 for a fragrance that's going to last me about 4 hours, that smells so freaking scrumptious, it defies description. I can get behind that. So if you're a pistachio lover, this is that warm, like, it smells almost like a caramelized pistachio. So some sort of, I don't know, ooey gooey something. Delicious, but wouldn't be cloying in the heat. So you get that delicious kind of yummy gourmand sexiness, little hint of that salt kicked in there, but not overpowering. So it's not something like Olympia. Such a great fragrance. Perfect for kind of those beautiful days. Like, I imagine putting something like this if I'm going down to, like, in Edmonton, we have this place called White Ave, and you just go into all these cool little stores. I see a fragrance like that being perfect for that, but you could wear this anytime, works well for holidays. You just smell absolutely edible. It's sexy. I can see guys just literally drooling over this fragrance and wanting to nibble big time. Like, seriously, it's awesome. So this one I highly, highly recommend. Definitely the OG Brazilian Crush CHERIOSA 62. Fantastic. Can't wait to try a few more. I have sniffed the popcorn one, and I think that one smells so delicious. I can see wanting to use that one in particular to layer with other fragrances. So I want to try that one next. I want to try all of them. Like, I've smelled all of them, but none of them are really, like, just from the cap, didn't really do it for me. So really glad to try these two out. Looking forward to trying others in the line. Definitely the Brazilian Crush does a really great job from a longevity perspective, especially considering it's a body spray. So, you know, when you're getting about 4 hours out of something that costs $31, can't beat it. Love it. Definitely one I want to get. Now, the next fragrance that I hadn't tried, as far as I remember, was Alien Goddess in the Intense version. So I did try Alien Goddess. My hair. My hair is driving me nuts. Like, it's in my mouth constantly. I'm just going to tuck it behind there. Hopefully now I won't be in my mouth constantly. So I had tried Alien Goddess and I did not like it. It just smelled terrible to me. I just really didn't enjoy it. Smelt a little bit like diapers to me. Sometimes coconut comes across diaper-esque to me. Just didn't enjoy it at all. So I hesitated to even try Alien Goddess Intense, but I put it on the skin. It is so awesome. So first of all, you definitely get the alien DNA in there. So I definitely feel alien. I feel the alien more present in this than even Alien Eau Sublime. Alien Eau Sublime has lots of the alien, lots of solar. This one has lots of alien and coconut. So definitely getting that coconut slight sunscreen feel. I think the thing about alien DNA is there's a slight soapiness to that jasmine, which lends itself to feeling a little bit sunscreeny. if you pair it with something like a coconut anyway. So I definitely got a solar feel from this fragrance. I was really, really impressed with this one overall, from a performance perspective, from a smell perspective. It was just beautiful. So definitely get the coconut. It's present. It doesn't smell like diapers. Definitely get that alien, but it smells a little bit of a fresher alien. So perfect for summer, and it's still got that uber sexy vibe. So Alien Goddess Intense has bergamot and coconut in the opening. Definitely get both of those notes. In the heart, it has jasmine and jasmine tea. So definitely got the jasmine. I didn't really notice the jasmine tea. Of course, I wasn't really looking for it, but I definitely get kind of a fresher jasmine in this one. And then the base is vanilla, benzoin, and cashmere wood. So this has that sexy vibe. It's got that sexy factor going major. So out of all the summer aliens that I've smelled, this one is the sexiest. Like Alien Eau Sublime, again, sexy. I think the thing is, I love Alien Eau Sublime. You can't find it easily. So if I couldn't get a hold of Alien Eau Sublime, this intense version would hit the same mark. So it gives me that same solar feel, slightly different composition, but still gives me that solar kind of like sensual, relaxing vibe. Doesn't get too cloying. It's a little bit of a fresher alien, but you still get that sexy factor, which is just awesome. So love this one. Highly, highly recommend. It's hyped for good reason. Yes. Moving on. The last fragrance that I tried, and all of these I wore on my skin, sprayed a decent amount, got a really good feel for the fragrance. So the next one I tried, I was so excited when I went into Sephora to see that they actually had some Kayalis that you could sniff. Like they've never been in store, at least in Edmonton. So I was so pumped to find them at West Edmonton Mall. I tried the Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. Uber hyped up online, in YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. They love it. They talk about it lots. So I really wanted to try it and was so excited to give it a go. So this fragrance, I think people have mentioned it. It's not what they anticipated. It was a little bit fresher in the opening. I'm not going to read the notes on this one because there's so many and they're all scrumptious. I'll read a few of the notes. So we're talking pistachio, ice cream, hazelnut, rum, cardamom, pear, peony, jasmine, raspberry, white peach, whipped cream, marshmallow, cotton candy. Oh, all these delicious, decadent, gourmand notes mixed with some florals and some woodiness. So there's lots more notes in there, but those are kind of the ones that stand out and are so exciting. So I think I was expecting, like when I first heard about it, I was expecting more gourmand. I was expecting maybe even what would be considered a less wearable gourmand. So super sweet, icky, sticky, delicious, creamy, fruity, juicy, candied awesomeness. That was what I was anticipating. It wasn't that, but it was really beautiful. So I actually really liked it. I have heard varying degrees of like and dislike. For me, it was a little fresher than I anticipated. It certainly didn't have that gourmand wow factor that I was anticipating. That said, throughout the wear of the fragrance, I kept on getting this whiff of something just delicious. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like sniffing myself, and it was yum. It was definitely yum. The sillage that I was getting, that scent bubble that I was getting, I was really digging it. So loved that scent bubble. Now, the longevity was rather poor. So I got that scent bubble for about 2 hours, and then it was a skin scent. For the skin scent, I think it lasted about 5-6 hours, but I had to go like smell it on. What am I wearing today? I smell amazing. Oh, I remember. I love it when you smell yourself and go, wow, what is that? Okay, so anyway, are you curious now? Are you curious as to what I'm wearing? I'm wearing La Nuit Trésor Nude paired with Pecho Yuzu by Kais. someone put it on Instagram saying I tried the combination and it was amazing. So I'm like, I've got to try it. So put it on again. Love that combo. It's so delicious. Anyway, back to Yum. Yeah, it became a sin scent. It became a skin scent really quickly. So this one is hard because it's delicious. I loved the way it smelled, honestly, for me, better than something like that bikini one, like the body spray. The issue for me is that it doesn't last. Like, it doesn't last, and it's not even $31. You're looking again at like $100 and some. So I guess it depends on what's important to you. So maybe you don't care about longevity. You love the scent so much that you're going to overspray. I really loved the scent, so I really enjoyed what I smelled. I actually want to try it again and just go in ham with it in the store and see how it performs with a good overspray. Because like I said, I really enjoyed the fragrance. I noticed a lot more fruitiness than what I've heard mentioned. So I was getting that raspberry peach feel, which I just thought was delectable. So really enjoyed it. Makes my mouth water thinking about it. Enjoyed the creaminess, enjoyed the pistachio component. Again, wasn't what I was anticipating. Didn't feel overly gelato-esque to me. That said, I really loved what I was smelling. I even enjoyed the opening that is a little bit more fresh with that bergamot in it. So really, really enjoyed the whole experience of the perfume a lot. I just really struggle with a fragrance that is that pricey, that only lasts as long as kind of a body spray. So some people, the longevity is awesome on them. For me, it doesn't work. I don't know if my skin eats it or what the deal is. I've heard across the board that longevity wasn't great on this one. So I think that that is something that Kayali actually does need to improve upon, because there's several of their fragrances that I would give them like a bit of a fail for performance. Other ones are amazing. So Eden Juicy Apple, love the longevity on that one. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, love the longevity on that one. Coco Vanille, love the longevity. I think I sold Coco Vanille to one of the staff members because they always come up and ask if they can help you. Well, I know I know, like I've tried and sniffed most of them. So but I always engage them in conversation. So I'm like, have you smelled Coco Vanille? Because I was over by the Kayalis and she's like, no. And first of all, that always kind of blows my mind that the staff haven't tried pretty much all of them. But anyway, she was new. So I said, you've got to try it, and you need to use the Nest coconut oil on top of it, or like with it. So I got her fixed up, sprayed her, put the coconut oil on there, and she's like, this is amazing. And I'm like, I know, like, just loved it. So I love Coco Vanille. Find the longevity on that one fantastic. So it's not like they don't know how to do performance. Could be the makeup of the fragrances too. Like when you're dealing with notes like milk and ice cream and, you know, notes like that, they're harder to get some longevity. It's just disappointing though to me. So for that one, if you love the scent profile, you definitely want to try this one before buying it because the longevity is poor. So if you love it, well then maybe it's worth it. For me, I'd have to try it again, but I think that I love the smell. I just am not sure I'm willing to pay the price for a fragrance that lasts so short of amount of time. I don't care if it's uber long lasting, but that's really short-lived. So yeah, that's my take on it. Is it worth it? Well, if you love the fragrance profile, maybe. But from a value for money, as far as what you're getting longevity wise, it's seriously lacking, and I'd say it's not worth it. So that's my thought. It's weird how you grow fond of brands. So I really love certain brands because I like the people. Some of them I've met, some of them I haven't. When you kind of get a feel for someone, it can be hard to knock a product. But I have to be honest. So longevity, really disappointing scent. I loved it. Like, I loved it. Now, I have a friend, she got it. She didn't like it at all. She thought it smelled like diapers, like that kind of weird baby wipe smell. She picked that up. Another friend got it. She loves it. So this one is very polarizing, I find. For me, I loved the smell of it. Loved smelling it on me while it lasted. Just didn't last long enough. And that is it. Those are my thoughts. Are they worth it? Well, really, that's so subjective, isn't it? For me, definitely the Brazilian Crush, absolutely worth it. Alien Goddess Intense, absolutely worth the hype. The Bikini Season, not worth it to me. Yum. Gonna give it another try because I just love the way it smelled so much, but likely that one's not worth it either. Go for Coco Vanille. Like, that is an amazing fragrance. Delicious, long-lasting, sophisticated, sexy, sweet coconut amazingness. So if I were to choose between one for the summer, I would choose Coco Vanille. I'd also choose, Coco Vanille. I mean Utopia. I've been saying Coco Vanille, I think. Utopia. Utopia is the most amazing, delicious, delectable coconut fragrance out there. It's one of my favorites, actually. So that one, Eden Juicy Apple for summer, amazing, from Kayali. Utopia, amazing. The Yum, just not great on the longevity. The other two last really, really decent. Like at least 5-6 hours I get on my skin for both of them. So anyway, those are my thoughts. What hyped up fragrances do you want me to talk about next? Leave it in the comments. And have you tried any of the ones I've mentioned? Do you think they're worth it? If you do, leave it in the comments. If you don't, leave it in the comments. Weighing in is so important. We don't all have to have the same opinions. When we get a variety of opinions, it can help us decide whether we want to get it or not. So weigh in the comments, and yeah, let me know what hyped fragrances you want me to try next, and I will try to make it happen. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you soon.